Overthinking is when your thoughts obstruct you from achieving what you want. Your thoughts act as a personal internal soundtrack to your life, constantly playing in the background of your mind. Pondering a thought for extended periods of time makes it part of your personal playlist. Broken soundtracks are negative thoughts you choose to believe about yourself. Such soundtracks impact your life negatively. Taking advantage of your brain's neuroplasticity helps substitute broken soundtracks with newer, healthier ones. You are capable of dwelling on positive soundtracks just as much as you do on negative ones. It just takes some conscious effort to divert your focus from the negative to the positive soundtracks. What you think directly impacts what you do. Positive thoughts yield positive actions. One of the first steps to recognize a broken soundtrack is figuring out if it's based on a truth or a lie in the first place. The second step is asking yourself whether a given soundtrack is adding value to your life or is just weighing you down. Last, ask yourself whether a soundtrack is kind to you and your family. A kind soundtrack is one that does not inflict pain and stress in your life. Instead, it brings happiness and vitality to you and the people you know. Think about controlling broken soundtracks with a dial, not a switch. This allows you to turn them down slowly and gradually until you completely take control of them. Turn down techniques are used to lower the volume of broken soundtracks when they arise in your mind. Everyone must harness at least a few turn-down techniques to calm soundtracks when they resurface and involuntarily reclaim control of the mind. Examples of turn-down techniques include taking a walk in nature or going to the supermarket to buy a small item you like or crave. The goal of such techniques is to get your mind away from repeating a broken soundtrack. Renewing your mind requires first turning down broken soundtracks and then replacing them with new ones. The source of the new soundtracks does not necessarily have to be yourself. Gather soundtracks from success stories, celebrities, athletes, artists, and try to implement them in your daily life. Soundtracks like "I'll Feel Awesome Later" help you get through tough activities like working out, and ones like "Pivot, Don't Panic" help you always be ready to switch things in your life according to circumstances. Gather as many of such soundtracks as possible to help create a new positive playlist. Taking action eliminates overthinking, while inaction promotes it. It is important to break the inaction and overthinking loop and release yourself from it. For example, as a way to combat writer's block, John Acuff made Writers Write his soundtrack, always reminding him of his job and pushing him to write more frequently. In order to get rid of broken soundtracks, you must search deep within yourself and figure out the real reasons behind them. To overcome inaction and overthinking, define the goals that you'd like to achieve in a week. Choose the soundtracks that will help you achieve them, and set the actions needed to get them accomplished. Having a positive mindset helps you deal with negative events positively, preventing them from having a negative impact on your day. Whenever you find yourself in a stressful situation, focus on the solution, not the problem itself. Creating a new healthy and positive soundtrack can be done by picking an old broken one and doing the exact opposite of it. Telling yourself positive affirmations is a way to help you start adopting new positive soundtracks. At first, telling yourself positive affirmations might feel weird, or it might feel like you're lying to yourself. It is important to keep working to overcome this phase. Remember that it is as hard to implement new soundtracks as it is easy to repeat old broken ones. The new anthem is a set of positive affirmations that should become a habit. You should recite them every morning and evening in front of a mirror after you wake up and before you sleep. The new anthem consists of 10 affirmations that include telling yourself that each day is a brand new day, believing that you have gifts worth sharing, telling yourself that you are your biggest fan, and telling yourself that you are the CEO of you. After asking more than 10,000 people to repeat the new anthem for 30 days, Acuff discovered that those who did at least 20 times were 2.5 times less prone to overthinking. Acuff also found that people who repeated the new anthem more than 20 times ended up becoming more productive and had 21% higher satisfaction with the results of their work. A pocket jury is a series of fractured soundtracks that judge your life when you dare to be more than you are now. Listening to what your pocket jury is saying often reveals soundtracks that are self-sabotaging and weighing you down. Once you pinpoint such soundtracks, you start finding evidence of their negative impact on your day-to-day life. Beating a pocket jury entails following 3 steps. Listen to what it's saying, gather evidence about what's really happening, and finally tell yourself the truth. Finally, telling yourself the truth debunks any effect your pocket jury had on you, leading to a more free and happy life. Linking your new soundtracks with specific actions and symbols helps concretize them. The symbol that you choose to represent your new soundtrack must be simple, personal, and visible. Symbols that represent new soundtracks should always be around you. They could even be tattooed on your body to constantly remind you of the new, life-changing decisions you take. Set a specific reward that you can only claim after practicing and implementing a new soundtrack in your life. Bullet journaling is also a helpful way to track your life and the soundtracks you introduce.